There you go. Now it works. Yeah, I have no idea what was wrong. Good morning. Okay, so I don't know. I started the stream like 3 times, and for some reason, I don't know. OBS said that we're live, but we were not live. That's weird. But now it seems to be working. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess it works now. Okay, so we missed 3 boards, which I already looked at. So basically, the purpose over here, we got 40 motherboards that just rolled in. Let's see. So B650. This is R003. AMD, very nice board. Right. I'm glad you like the beat. Yeah, so I guess we're just gonna ignore those. So this one is R004. R004. Looks like 4 SSDs. Pretty decent connectivity. AM5. Let's see what the socket looks like. Oh no, that's not AM5. This is Intel. And what is this? Oh my god. Yeah, because this is not. Oh no, it is. What's wrong with the socket? Barely any damage. We're gonna do the surgery on this one instead of the replacement. I just need to find the CPU to test it, and it should be good. Looks like, judging by the size of the heatsink, it's a single PCH. 2 PCI Express and 1 tiny little body here. Looks like single BIOS. And the model is MS7D91 version 4.1. It's probably DDR5. Most likely. So this is R004. So if you guys are interested in any of these boards, let me know. These are not mine. They're here for repair only. But the customer wants to sell them. Actually, he just wants to recoup money. So he's gonna give you pretty good prices. So if you see anything that interests you, definitely hit me up. Give me the reference number, and I'll test it for you. Make sure it works, right? And you can get it. So so this one will be first. But let me show you once again the one. Well, not once again, because we weren't live. I need to figure it out, because that was the first time I actually scheduled a stream, and something's different. And I don't know. I guess I'm just not savvy in streaming. But this is the X870 Rework Pro Ice. It's ice because it's nice and white. Hi JFix, Lead Farmer, how you doing, man? The only problem with this one is that it has cracked memory slot. It looks like someone just put something really wide in it, and See, it's completely cracked across the entire slot, all the way to like the middle of it. So someone just pushed something in there that doesn't go there, I guess. I already ordered the port. It's also gonna be white, and this is supposedly a really good motherboard. Judging by the size of the heatsink on PCH, this is double PCH, and we have 3 PCI Express with the release button on the main one. Very nice. And this is AMD, right? Yeah, this is AMD, and the socket is fine on it. Only the memory is the problem. So this is R002. If you're interested, hit me up. I'm sure the price is gonna be very competitive on these. Because where are all those boards from? Well, oh, my head's a little heavy because the owner is Ukrainian, and he dropped them off personally, right? So naturally, according to our tradition, I hosted them. Good Polish food. My wife makes awesome Polish food, and I had a little bit of Tito's vodka in the freezer. I don't drink myself, or at least not vodka, but my wife sometimes uses it a little bit for like mixed drinks, something like that. So we had few shots. Well, I had 2 shots, like half shots or quarter shots or whatever. But I don't even have shot glasses because I don't drink liquor. So what we used were the beakers that I use for my chemistry projects. So we've been drinking vodka from little beakers. So bottom line, my head is a little bit heavy today. Only two shots, but you know, normally I don't drink liquor, so it gave me a little heavy head in the morning for sure. All right, next one. This one looks to be another B650. Nothing too exciting, I think. Let's see. Yeah, decent, but take a look at that. The battery is in between the PCI Express slots. Why would someone do that? Probably to make room for SSDs. But we have missing SSD heatsink, unless it's in the box. No, I don't see it in the box. So looks like we have a missing SSD heatsink, which is gonna make the price on this board very competitive. Looks like single PCH, 1, 2, 3 SSDs, 2 PCI Express, and 1 little tiny baby one. Let's see what this state of the socket is. Oh, almost no damage. Tiny damage over here. Yeah, this is gonna be for restoring. So some of these I will not be changing the sockets on. What I will do instead, are we on 5 or 6 now? Because I want to get the best results. So in some cases, I'm just gonna do the little surgery on the socket, and we're gonna fix it. We're gonna test it, and you know, every board is gonna be tested on the bench, right? So if you wanna purchase one of these, you're gonna see that it does work, right? And we can run whatever tests you wish on these, but we'll figure it out. Oh, a lot of chat. Put the black slot in just to annoy people. JFix. The customer specifically asked for a white one. It's not racism. He just wants the everything to match on the board. Although he was even saying like, if you can't find a white one, I'm just gonna put some sticker on it or widen it with the white marker or something like that. But no, I found the white one. Lead Farmer, I like that one. Which one? You gotta refer with the numbers I'm putting on them. If you're interested in any of these, just tell me that it's R005 and I'll keep it for you, and I'll find out the price from the customer. I expect that since they're gonna be post repair, they're not going to be it's going to be probably very good price, and the customer primarily just wants to recover his money because he put 15 grand into getting all these boards, and the market just dropped, right? He used to sell like 5 boards a day, and now he sells 1 a month. So yeah, he definitely will give you a good price. Let Us Repair, how you doing, man? Hey, JFix. How do you have 2 users in chat, James? JFix, no. Gear. Mail order motherboards. Buy a mother board. Yeah, that's typical Lead Farmer's humor. Picatonics Repair. Hey, blackhorserepairs in chat. How you doing, man? Gauzy Repairs. Hello. JFix. My girlfriend is Ukrainian, and as well, very nice people from Ukraine. Yes, sir. Yeah. We had really good time. I kept them like for quite a few hours. We ate like 3-course dinner, and obviously they loved Arlo because he's a really cute dog. So when they were leaving, they were asking like, well, where's the dog? We want to say goodbye to the dog, but he was already in his closet, just chilling. And it was actually a little bit unusual experience because one of them speaks English, doesn't speak Polish, and the other one speaks Polish but doesn't speak English. So they communicate in Ukrainian. I don't speak Ukrainian, but I speak English and Polish, right? But it was kind of like, you can't talk to them at the same time, essentially. So that was a new experience for me. Let's see. JFix, I will buy a motherboard. Alright, let me know which one and we'll get that done. These are not mine. I don't know if I already mentioned that, but I'm just repairing them, so I don't decide what the price is and anything, but I will facilitate the order, and I will test the board and do everything, so you're happy with your purchase. The white one was cute, but I'm in no upgrade moment. With November 30th being the end of my job. Yeah. Lead Farmer is gonna join me in our unemployment period pretty soon. Well, at least I won't feel lonely. Or life's a little pixie, and I'll find a job before Lead Farmer gets terminated. Or, well, not terminated, they're just like, closing the offices, I guess, or something, and probably the AI has something to do with that, if I had to guess. Okay, now I forgot which number it was, so I need to check the last board. That was 4, okay, so we're on 5. So, oh, come on. I hate these boxes. It's like they purposefully make them difficult to close. Easy to open, but not too close. So this one's R005. This one also will be ready pretty quickly because we're just gonna straighten out the pin. We're gonna test it, and it should work fine. Decent connectivity, very nice one. DisplayPort and HDMI, Wi-Fi antennas, optical audio output, something that I like on the boards. I don't want I want my amplifier to be galvanically insulated from the computer. That's my preference, at least. Alright, let's try one of these little ones. These are pretty cool. X870, but this is a tiny little baby. Look at that. Oh, I love these. How do you even assemble that? There's like, what is there? Oh yeah, there's like crap load of stuff in the box, like cables and stuff like that. This is ROG Strix. Look at the size of this little baby. What do we have in chat? Oh, Repairs. You only now noticed my Polish flag? Yes, sir. I do speak Polish. Let's see. Black Horse and chat. Hi. Who is that? Klorslug. Very cool nickname. Oh, this one. Yeah, this one we cannot fix by. Yeah, this one definitely suffered a CPU drop. Yeah, that's too much damage. This one needs to be replaced. But on tiny boards like these, the replacement is actually not that difficult, because there's not enough. The board is not big enough to flex to, you know, kill your PCH or something. Look at the layout of it. So here we have the V-Core connection, the fans over here, 2 memory slots, and the ATX power over here. USB. Oh, what is this? The heck is this? It kind of looks like USB-C, but it isn't. Or maybe it is? What in the world is this? Huh? And here's another one. SATA? I've never seen that before. And looks like this is the panel. Or USB. No, this is probably USB. Poor labeling, but there's plenty of papers inside. So this will be easy to figure out with the documentation. So this is 006, right? We'll see if I duplicate them, then I'll have a serious egg in my face when someone wants 006 and I have 2 of them. But this is well, we'll see. Maybe I'll build another machine for myself, because these are gonna be good prices. As far as the connectivity, nothing special, but you can get it done. Works good. AM5 socket. Very nice tiny little thing. So this one needs a socket, so I'm gonna put the ones that do need a socket on the other pile, and I'll start with the ones that only need to have a little surgery. This is B650i Oris Ultra, another baby board. Actually, is it the exact same? No, that one was X870. Yeah, this is B650i Oris series. 2 memory slots, pretty much the same architecture. Pretty much the same thing. Let's see, connectivity. Oh, connectivity very poor. But you can build a really tiny little box with such board. There's a little fan on V-Core. Let's check out the socket. Maybe this one is savable. There's only a tiny little damage over there. As long as the pin is not missing, this should be recoverable. So maybe this one will just need a little surgery and we'll get it working. All of them DDR5, which sucks. So this one's 6 or 7? My god, 7. Yeah. R007. And there you go. What do we have in the chat? Hello from UK. RMS Diagnostics. How you doing, man? How's the weather in UK? It's probably pretty cold and rainy. B650i. That was this one. Yeah. You like? You want it? What are the cases for these? Do they make like little cases? Because I would love a tiny computer like this. Yeah, these boxes are killing me. They are really killing me. Yeah. Well, it's somehow closed. So this one, so this one will go on the short pile. Another tiny one. ASRock B760i. This one is 1700 socket. Oh, and I like the connectivity on it. It's got Wi-Fi display and HDMI, plenty of USB, well, by plenty I mean 4, USB-C and optical, and the network, the wired network. One M.2, 2 memory slots. Let's see the state of the socket. Oh, and the socket does not look bad. Where's the damage? At the bottom here. Yes, I think. Yeah. Okay, I think this one will just require surgery. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll look at them at much closer, but yeah, looks like there's a little bit of damage there, but I don't see any pins missing, so it should be surgery. Okay, R008. Very nice little thing. This one's actually also much lighter, so likely a little less efficient or less powerful. But you can do some gaming on it. Yeah. Oh, those boxes. Okay, so we'll see this one. And I think this one is the last one of the tiny ones. Phantom, Azrak Phantom Z790i. Okay, Z790. That's a good one. Connectivity pretty much the same. Lightning Wi-Fi. Let's see the socket. I think we'll see. This one might need a replacement because there's one over there, few over here, and few over here. So this might be, surgery might be unreliable on this one. So we'll see. So this is 009, yes. There. There. Very nice one. I like these little ones. Okay, number 10. That's a big one. Supports 13 Gen Intel Core processors. What is this? Oh, Z690 Steel Legend. That's a nice one. Let's see what's legendary about it. Oh, why is it such a crappy box? I feel like I'm opening an Apple device. Now this is a proper full-size board. Let's see what's legendary. Not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 5 SSDs. Interesting. 4 SATA connections over here. The connectivity, oh yeah, this is the gamer's board because it has PS2. USB flash display and HDMI. Not many USBs, but we got optical output. Very fine board. And LGA 1800 socket. Which, this one. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's no way to recover from this one. We gotta replace the socket. But there's outline, so should be fine. But this is definitely a socket replacement. Zero 10. So that's the 10th board. 30 to go. I don't know if it's exactly 40 boards because the customer didn't really know, because he packed like a whole bunch of more of them. He was bringing like 36, I think, but then he packed some more, so maybe there's 38 and something like that. But doesn't matter. Well, at least this has much better box for reclosing it. So at least there's that. Okay, but this one definitely needs a new socket on it. So let's put it over here. I have a whole bag of sockets, because sockets are provided. We have ASRock Phantom Z790. Very nice one. Let's see what it looks like. It's a nice box. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but it's glitter in the box in the paint. For whatever reason. I don't think it adds any value, but maybe makes the sales easier. Oh, this one looks nice. Very nice one. We got only 2 PCI Express ports, but judging by the size, we have onboard removable Wi-Fi card. Decent connectivity, nothing to write home about. No optical output, but it's decent. 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 4 SSDs and a single PCH, judging by the look, judging by the size of the heatsink. And the socket is 1700. And oh, looking not too bad. Yeah, not bad. This one will be a surgery, and we should be good to go with this one. So 011 011. Alright, Z790. Very noisy little thing. Derek, where do these motherboards come from? So the customer just invested like 15 grand into getting these boards. These are essentially, most likely, because I don't actually know, but they're most likely just returned motherboards. So either damaged during shipping, or you know, the retailer damaged them, or something like that. So essentially, this was a write-off from for the, you know, manufacturer or distributor or what have you, and someone just sold them, right, for, so 15 grand, but the board's worth 50 grand, right, if working, right? So that's pretty much what the customer wants to do, just get them working so we can sell them. But the market has dropped a bit, and people are not buying boards, and especially damaged boards. So now he just wants to recoup the money. That's why they're gonna be in very good prices. So if you see something you like, hit me up and I'll hook you up with the customer, and you'll probably get a pretty good price on any one of these. Obviously they will be tested by me, so I will be a mediator basically. Well, maybe mediator is not the best word to describe it, more like a middleman. Here we have X870 X Wi-Fi. Very nice one, double PCH, judging by the look of the, or judging by the size. 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 4 SSDs and 3 PCI Express ports, full size. Like connectivity, decent, very decent. No optical audio, but nice Wi-Fi. It's antennas and everything, you know, back plates and everything is in the boxes. These are pretty much like you get them from the factory, or at least majority of them. Let's see the socket. AM5 in a very good condition. Yeah, we're just gonna need to do a tiny little surgery and it should be good. So this is R012. Very decent indeed. And back in the box you go, but you go on in the short queue. So the ones that we only need to straighten the pins and just test them, make sure they work and everything, they go on the short queue. So I'll do them first, because we would preferably want to be done with these in 2 weeks. R015 R016 R017 R018 R019 and R020. Okay, so now I don't have to remember the numbers. This one is Z790 Gaming Pro. Let's see what the CPU type is, but looks like AM5. MSI. The model is MS7D93 version 1.1. Very nice connectivity. That's how I like them. Everything you need. Well, other than DisplayPort, but 2 network adapters, 1G and 2.5G. And the socket, oh, actually socket is Intel 1800. And looks like serious damage. Oh yeah, this is way too severe. Yeah, new socket. We have outline. Should be fine. Should be all good. So we'll see. R13, but this one won't be done for a while because it needs a new socket. So I'll just prioritize the ones that I can just fix and test and get them working, get them out the door. So this one's going to a longer queue. On this pile. And is this another? Oh, you see, this one's white, but with black slots, right? The memory slots. But on that other white one, if I replaced one to black, then I would have to do all of them, so it looks consistent. Oh, actually this isn't white. This looks I don't know, it looks vintage. It's like vintage yellowish color. I don't know how well the camera represents that, but yeah. Looks like single PCH, 2 SSDs. Okay, so 2 PCI Express. And the socket looks like it is AM5. And let's see the state of it. Oh, the socket looking good. Socket looking good. Yeah, there's a big hair, but I'm not gonna pull it now because, you know, looks like just one pin over there needs to be corrected, and other than that it should be working. So this one goes to the short queue. Let's see. Oh, very decent connectivity. Oh, I like this board. I do like this one. Optical, Wi-Fi antenna, BIOS flash, HDMI, no display port, 2 USB-Cs, 8 USBs, very nice one, 9 USBs. Although this one is SSS, well, but it is USB. It's probably the high speed or something. Yeah, it's a very common design, and we don't need to replace the socket on this one, just correct it. Just as well, because it doesn't have an outline, and the board is not white, or the board is not black, so I can't use the white marker, and whenever I use black marker, it's a lot harder. for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, I forgot the sticker. So this one is R014. Very nice one. Very nice board. I might even snatch it myself. If you guys are not quick enough, I might snatch it and build an AMD machine, because I'm kind of tired of Intel stability. It does work, you know, everything's fine, but subtle issues. There are always some subtle issues, and you can figure out what it is. Okay, this looks like gaming. Z690 Steel Legend. Supports 13 gen Intel. So this is what, 1800 socket. Oh. Is it the same? Did we do Legend already? I think this is the second exact same one. It is ASRock, yeah, and the socket is 17/18. And the socket looks... not sure. Actually, there's a little hair and stuff on it, sure, but the socket looks okay. Yeah, no new socket for you, just surgery and cleaning. We're gonna do ultrasonic cleaner on it and that kind of stuff, and that should do it. What do we have on this one? Well, gaming, because it's got PS5, decent connectivity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 SSDs. 5 SSDs on a single PCH. That's uncommon. 1, 2, 3, 4 5 PCI Express, but only 3 full size. So you can even do some mining on it, most likely. Z690 Steel Legend R15. So this one goes to a short queue. These big boxes, I hate these big boxes. Oh, and I forgot which one does this go with, so we're gonna have one extra, I guess. I'll find it, because they all come in the in those little anti-static covers. What do we have? He paid 15K for 40 boards. No, not for 40 boards, more. I don't know how many, but I got 40 and I did like 8 of them before. So around 48, 50, I don't know, maybe 50 boards. Maybe closer to 100 boards, I'm not sure. Cheapest working is 128 pounds after a quick Google. 128 pounds. What is the pound now more expensive than dollar, or is it around the same. It used to be more expensive than dollar, then I remember it dropped, and now I think the dollar is getting its butt kicked by Trump economy. Oh, damn. I have never seen craziness like this. Check this out. Now, who wants something like that? And what for? Were you displaying the board? Who does these crazy ideas? I mean, it looks cool. Looks like graffiti kind of style. Right, but oh my god, why would you? Oh, and there's a different port I've never seen before. Like some weird header. Check this out. What is this? I've never seen a header like this. It's definitely not SSD. It doesn't look like network adapter. Okay, about $150 US. Yeah? Which means 10 boards give you $1,500 times 4. Yeah, you can make decent money, or you know, recoup a lot of money. Inner city youth. Yeah. What do you mean change top chat to live chat? What are you? Oh, hang on. Oh. Okay, what's the difference between top chat and live chat? I changed it to live, but it still says on the stream, it still says top chat. Let's refresh the cache. Yeah, it still says top chat, but I changed it to live chat. What's the difference? What is this? Some comments won't pop up in top chat. Yeah, but I changed it to live chat, but it doesn't seem to have taken effect in YouTube chat. What am I doing wrong here? Let's copy pasta again the URL. And see. Oh. It still says top chat in the chat. I don't know how to change it. Let's see. Yeah, it still says top chat. I'll figure it out. But on mine, in the window, I changed it to live chat. So must be an OBS cap issue. Could be when you refresh, it goes back to top chat. Well, let's change it to top chat. And change it again to live chat. Yeah, I'll figure out those little quirks of streaming eventually. You know, and in many regards, I'm a kind of a slow learner. So, all right. So, do we know what this port is? Yeah, you need to click top chat and select live chat. Yes, that's what I did. That's what I did, but in OBS it still says top chat. Well, I can see live chat here and it looks the same. I don't see any messages missing, so I think maybe just the header is wrong. For some reason I could not chat in my illegal YouTube app. Yeah, well, EDP1 for some type of built-in display to case. Could be. It's got plenty of connections. It kind of looks like a display port that you would see on the laptops. Number of pins is sufficient. EDP1. Interesting what it would be. Embedded display port, EDP, connector used for internal video signal. Thank you so much, Charles. I think that is a sub thing, not the person streaming. Well, no idea what you mean by that, but let's take a look at the socket, shall we? Looks like CPU drop. Yeah, this is definitely a replacement. No way to recover from this one. Too bad. Too bad, but we'll see if we can get it working. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 SSDs. Looks decent. I mean, you know, if you're into unique boards, this is the board for you. So this one is R016. Z790 live mixer. Live mixer. Hey, those kids nowadays, right? Okay, Azrak. So we go in a long queue because your socket is no bueno. All right, let's get a little smaller box now for a change. Oh. Huh. Let's see. AFK call. Okay. All right, because you're at work now. Yeah, top chat, live chat. Well, I see, you know, in the live. Well, I'll just show you guys, I guess. So, see the live chat I got over here. It did even say that, you know, welcome to live chat, but for some reason OBS still says that it's top chat, but it should be live chat, or I don't know, because in OBS you just give it a URL, right? You're not capturing the window, you're capturing the browser. So you should be able, I guess, to change it in the somewhere over here. Use custom frame, refresh. Yeah, and there's nothing here, but I know there are tools for this. What do you call it? For the overlay, for the chats and all that. So I'll look into that. I just didn't really have time to invest in streaming, right? Or the, you know, that's not where the value is. Okay, so let's see this one. So this is Oris Pro X870 Oris Elite Wi-Fi. X870s, these are good, and this one smells burnt. Yeah, Romek did warn me that some of them stink. Yeah, this one. So this one probably has a good socket, I would guess. So this will be an interesting repair on this one, because we have power issues on it in that case. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I know where the power issues came from. Yeah, there's short. So I don't know if someone put the CPU on this, and but VCore shouldn't go up. PMIC should cut off the voltage, right? Should cut off the power delivery if there is a short like this. But maybe it did after a while, because there's very little difference between powerful CPU and a short, right? So the PMIC might not necessarily immediately recognize that there is a short instead of a CPU and push some energy in first. Okay, so this is 17, but I wouldn't hold my breath on this one. Connectivity is decent, but and I don't know, that's probably just leftover from the sticker. But yeah, it has a very strong smell of burnt motherboard or burnt semiconductor. 3 SSDs only. Well, I'm saying only, but I think 3 SSDs is more than you need. I think 2 is fine. If you want big hard drive, then you usually get the actual disk, and you connect it via SATA. Yeah, so when you copy that URL, it just redirects back to top chat. Looks like they pressed it down. They pressed what down? Oh, you mean right on the socket? Yeah. It looks like the CPU was placed on the socket that should be nowhere near CPU. Yeah. Sometimes, especially, I've seen damages like that on the boards where the pin just got, because it's kind of typical, you can catch it with your finger, right? And it just lifts up a little bit, right? And all you have to do is just press it down and it should work. But if instead you put the CPU on it, you mangle it in the other direction, and then, if you unmangle it, it breaks, because, you can't bend the metal that many times or that much, right? So sometimes it's the user or what the user did afterwards. The initial damage was not significant, but since it wasn't properly addressed, that's what happens. Unfortunately. Okay, so this one goes to long queue, but at least these boxes open a lot easier because I just flip it and close it and we're done. But these other ones, not so much. So let's get another B650. B650. This is Ryzen 9000 desktop ready. Okay. Let's see if it's new socket ready or no. Oh, it's a decent mid-range kind of board. Regular connectivity. The back plate is probably in the box, although I didn't see it. Display and HDMI. 1, 2. Just 2 SSDs. Yeah, so a very mid-range board. Nothing too special. So the heat sinks are pretty small. Let's see the socket. Oh, socket looks good, at least so far. Oh, there's no damage to the socket at all. What's the damage to this board? It probably just plainly doesn't work. Oh no, there is, yeah, there it is. Little tiny pin mangled. So this is easy to repair. We should be able to get it twisted right way without even leaving any marks. Yeah, this one definitely is a good purchase because it's not going to be expensive, right? Because it's 650, right? Did I say 650? Yeah, 650. But I've been using this board, or not exactly this one, but 650 a board. It lasted, still lasting. I'm streaming from that rig right now, and with 1151 socket, right? This one is AM5, so we're gonna have AMD chipset. It's MSI. What's the model? It doesn't say. Usually MSI. Oh yeah, there it is. MS7E26. So we'll see. This one definitely goes in a short queue because it should be pretty easy to get this one working. Okay, short queue over here. Oh, well, the short queue is becoming very long queue right now because it's becoming a big pile of short queue. So it's not going to be that short. Z790A Prime from Asus. Let's see what's in here. Oh, we have user guide. Oh, I like this one, the look of it. Very nice one. This little window here. 1, 2, 3, 4 SSDs. Looks like single PCH. 4 memory slots. What is this CPU? So this is Prime Z790A Wi-Fi revision 1.01. Let's see the socket. Oh, well, this is definitely a replacement. I mean, probably you could try, but no, if there's like couple pins mangled, I'll fix the socket, but if it's this many, it's better to just replace the socket. And it even looks pretty nice from this perspective. Decent connectivity. HDMI display, 2 USB-Cs, 6 USBs, Wi-Fi network. And you can probably connect some other stuff to it as well. I don't see, oh yeah, there's the USB and USB here. Not a lot of USBs. Yeah, so because it's a single PCH, so there's not going to be a lot of connectivity on these. Alright, 019. Did I put the sticker on the last one? I don't remember. Oh, and we have a screw. Okay, the screw came with the peg. Alright, but that's because this is the wrong screw. This is the screw for like power supply and stuff. This isn't the screw for the motherboard. That's why it got left behind. So the screw is ruined. Actually, it might work, but the peg is definitely ruined. Yeah, I like this one by the looks of it. Oh, and this, oh my god, no, don't tell me. Yeah, so 3 screws. 3 screws were left in the board because someone used the wrong screws. Yeah, there's this one, because of that, probably has poor chance of survival. Because I'm sure there's going to be some other stuff wrong with it. If this was the technician doing the assembly. And the socket also looks awful, right? Yeah. So this is 1700. Yeah, I wouldn't hold my breath for this one. You know what? Screw this. We're gonna fit it later. Because there's cables and all kinds of stuff here. And also it has a little hint of burning to it. So yeah, long queue. Long queue. It's not so basically what I want is just get the low-hanging fruits first, get them done, and then I'll move on to the difficult repairs. Alright, let's get another big one. Z790 Pro RS. Pro series. Okay, let's see how pro it is. So if I didn't forget to put the sticker on the last one, then this is board number 20. Yeah, so it's gonna be a little less, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, so it looks like it's, yeah, just a little over 30. So not 40. All right, look at this little baby. So this is, where's the marking? Z790 ASRock Pro RS Wi-Fi, 1700 socket, looks like single PCH, 2 PCI Express, built-in or removable Wi-Fi card. I always like to see that. No screws on it. And the socket doesn't look too bad on first glance. Yeah, it looks like tiny damage on the right over there and tiny damage over here. So this will, yeah, this should be a surgery. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 points of damage. So yeah, it should be good. Connectivity, nothing to write home about. Nothing really amazing about it. 1, 2, yeah, 3, 4. Oh, okay, 4 SSDs. That's decent. For single PCH, it's pretty nice. So we're gonna push this one into short queue. R023 and R024. Okay. $1,700. All right, let's check on the chat. What do we have, gentlemen? I got the version without Wi-Fi. Yeah, I mean, on the boards with no Wi-Fi, you know, we can always put the USB Wi-Fi stuff, you know, and it'll work. But the ones that have built-in Wi-Fi, you got better antennas. It works better. So nowadays all my boards come with Wi-Fi, or the boards that I buy, or the boards that I want to use, they need to have Wi-Fi in my view. But the best option is always the cable. So that computer is connected via cable to the router, and that works a lot better. We found incredible damage. Yes, we did. I think Mobos should have a clip to hold the socket cover on the back side of the motherboard. Maybe, not sure. That explains socket damage. ASRock perhaps series. No, Prolapse series. Broken pins. Or none. Couldn't tell. They sell easier. Which ones? The ASRock sell easier? I would never run without Ethernet cable. Yeah, it's always the best option. It's the most stable connection, because with Wi-Fi you have to remember that your router is going to have to handle all the computers at the same time. So it's never super stable connection. So both your router needs to be pretty close. I moved the router because this computer uses Wi-Fi because I don't have a cable long enough, and I don't have a second router to actually, because it needs to go over the door, right? So this one uses Wi-Fi, but I moved the router to this room from the other room, and it's, now it works as essentially the difference when I upload a, say, 2 GB video to YouTube. Before it would take me an hour, now it takes me 10 minutes, right? So the difference is massive. Only by moving the router a little closer. But other than that, also depends on other devices. Your kid is watching TV, your wife is scrolling through TikTok or whatever, and Alexa starts playing the music and stuff like that. All of that needs to use the same Wi-Fi network. So it's not going to be stable because of that, because you need to share that connection with other devices. You pay more for non-Wi-Fi boards if you plan on using one Wi-Fi. So the non-Wi-Fi boards are more expensive than the Wi-Fi? Oh, but the Wi-Fi sells easier. Second router with Ethernet in bridged AP mode, yeah, access point mode. Yes, that's what I was gonna do, but I'm not really in the position right now to invest in networking in my shop. It works as it is, so that's what I have for now. Okay, this one. Oh, we got all the cables and stuff. Why do we have all the cables and stuff over here? What the heck is this? Is that a keychain? Oh no, that's a pen drive. Look, you get a little pen drive with it. Maybe it has BIOS or something on it. Who knows? And there's like cables and stuff over here. Oh, it's a heavy one. Damn. It's really heavy. Oh. See, that's why when you send the board assembled, that's why it costs more, because the sheer mass of this one is just ridiculous. I don't know what causes this much, but yeah, V-core is huge. Look at the number of coils on V-core. Crazy. Looks like double PCH, so there's gonna be lots of connectivity and stuff. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 SSDs. Let's see what we got for the socket. Looks like AM5. Oh, come on. Why is it so difficult to remove these? Oh, nice socket. Very nice. Okay, I see no damage to the socket. Oh no, there is, I think, a little bit over there. Not sure. But no, I don't. Yeah, probably that's the thing. Just a tiny little thing over there. So this is almost perfectly new socket. So no socket replacement for this one, just as well because it's blackboard with no outline. Or maybe there is an outline. Oh yeah, there is outline. A very crappy outline though. So I wouldn't wanna. Yeah, there is outline. A very crappy one. So either case, I wouldn't like doing the socket replacement on this one. Just as well, because this one looks okay. Let's see the connectivity. Oh yeah, this is my board. This is the boards I like. Look at the connectivity on it. everything you could ever need, and plentiful. Yeah, this is similar to the one I'm using, and crazy heavy. This is this mag or MPG? Lightning generation. Yeah, MPG X870 Wi-Fi. Yeah, this is a really good board. A very good one. Get it while it lasts. Maybe we'll start with this one, because this is this probably will sell quickly, I would think. It's a really good one. Short queue it is. And with all the cabling and stuff, there should be a Wi-Fi antenna probably, SSDs, and all that, and oh, the replacement screws for that, for those SSD heatsink, those little twist offs, and a little pen drive. God knows for what. Which looks like I already lost. Oh no, there it is. Yeah. Oh yeah, this one will likely be the first victim of our repair. Another X670. 670s are pretty decent ones as well. Oh yeah, I like these Wi-Fi antennae. I gotta get myself one of these. Also pretty heavy, but not as heavy as that X870. But it's got some weight to it. X670 Aorus Elite AX DDR5. Looks like double PCH. No, a big heatsink, but it's a single PCH. 3 PCI Express. And decent connectivity, not bad. And let's see what the socket looks like. Yeah, you wouldn't even tell that there is a damage, but if I move it like this, no, like this, there, yeah. Now you see it over there. Almost no damage. So definitely no socket replacement for this one. Very good. And with nice antenna. 21. This one also probably will be one of the first ones to be fixed. So act fast. I just need to get some DDR5s. Oh, okay, not many more left. Do you need to buy Wi-Fi adapter? It is more costly. should just buy one with Wi-Fi, the motherboard with Wi-Fi. Yeah. Plus, they usually work better. There's that built-in Wi-Fi, and actually the best option is when you have the removable Wi-Fi card, because they also break. With 7 only works with Windows 11, not Windows 10. Wi-Fi 7 only works with Windows 11, not Windows 10. Yeah, a lot of support for Windows 10 has been dropped for a lot of things. Unfortunately, they're pushing Windows 11 as hard as they can. JFix, what did you miss? Let's see, about 21 boards. We have about 20 to go. So you didn't miss too much. ROG Strix Z790. Nice. It's a black one. Decent weight to it. Okay, and connectivity that I like. Everything you could need. Well, I would like to see a little bit more USBs, but one looks like one is reserved for the BIOS, and there's BIOS switch. We have electrolytic caps, 2 PCI Express. What in the world is this? There's a Velcro over here. What is this, 1990s? Okay, let's see the socket. Oh! 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 What do you guys think? Can we fix this one? What in the world happened here? Like, I understand few mangled pins, but did someone try to clean it with a steel brush to improve connections? Very likely. Is there outline? There is an outline, not the best, but it'll do. Yeah, actually it's decent. Okay. This definitely needs a new socket. There's nothing else we can do with this other than just replace the socket. That's what we shall do. There's a strange like heat pipe going over here on the... Huh, that's a clever design. A very interesting one indeed. And it's got optical, so it's a pretty decent board. But we'll see. 1700 socket replacement. I don't like 1700s because they usually give you problems. And you know, the worst part is those cups inside, and then cleaning that is a pain. Oh, and JFigs, do I have a nice board to sell? Pick one. Pick one. I have looks like is some with just minimum damage. So what we're gonna do is just correct the pin positions, test them thoroughly, and they're ready to be sold. The prices are gonna be, I'm sure they're gonna be good, because as I said, the customer just wants to recoup as much money as he can. He's not because he bought them all around 6 months ago, something like that, with the hope of making money on it. But since the sales dropped from 5 a day to 1 a month, now he just wants to recoup as much money as he can from these. So he's not going to be trying to sell at decent prices. He's going to try to sell with the low prices, so we get some money back. So yeah, just pick one. If you have a specific what do you call it? Specific requirements like socket type or connectivity or anything like that, just let me know and we can find something over here. You fixed 21 boards. Wow. No, we're just labeling them, checking, putting them on either short queue or long queue, depending on the damage, right? Because we want to have all of these done in roughly 2 weeks. So that's what's happening here. The damage is decent. Yeah, I say this is the replacement. Is there outline? There is outline. So yeah, this will be the replacement then. Let's see, what's the connectivity on it? Oh, it's we already did one of these. Yeah, nothing special. I mean, PS5, so it's definitely gamers board. I don't know. Do you think those with PS5, with PS2 port, do they sell better than the other ones? This is nothing special, judging by the size of the heat sinks on the V core. This is nothing special. Z690. Well. 023. So this one's in a long queue because it needs a new socket. So let's get it in the long queue. What's the best board you have with Wi-Fi AM5? I think that which one was it? Was it that MPG? Yeah, X670. I don't remember if it was. Yeah, so either that or X870 Wi-Fi AM5. Or Z790, that one's also pretty decent. I expect them all to be, roughly around $150 each. That's what the chat tells me. So I don't know. Some of them are worth like $500 or something like that. But new they're like $800 boards. Used they can go for 500, but again, I think the customer is just gonna want to make it sale, so I'm sure he's gonna go with much lower price than normal. Oh, speaking of X870, we have a nice Ryzen AM5 over here. Let's see what the damage is. This is MSI Tomahawk. What's the model? Where's the model? Okay, I don't see the model, like that MS number. Usually it is visible, but it might be underneath the sink over there or something. But it's X870. It looks like AM5 socket. Possibly double PCH or single with just heat sink. Yeah, it might be single PCH. But 3 PCI Express. 1, 2, 3 or 4 SSDs. A very decent connectivity. Na zdrowie. Sub T. Na zdrowie. Oh, that's too bad, because the damage looks to be, yeah, definitely, yeah, I'm not touching this one, so definitely a replacement, but we have outline, so we're gonna replace the socket on this one. Too bad, because you know how it is with socket replacements. And it's a very decent board. Yeah, I wouldn't mind this board. I would take it. If I had money, I would buy it. Otherwise, I would take it. That board was $105 for Intel version. No wood. A few days ago, was very. Was very tempted, even though I don't have an Intel CPU. Yeah, $100 for such a board. Yeah, I wouldn't mind either. I paid like $500 for that computer. I bought a combo CPU, decent CPU, motherboard, memory, Windows already installed on SSD. So that's how I like to buy my equipment. So I don't have to do anything. I just have to put it in the box and connect it, and it runs. And it works super fast. I mean, it's not lightning fast, but it's a lot faster than this computer. I probably should be streaming from that computer, not this one, but this is the one that has everything connected to it. And that one doesn't have good connectivity either, so. Okay, so this one's 24 going in a long queue, right? Because I already forgot what was the socket like. Oh, right, yeah. Hiroshima, as someone would say. Okay, so that's a long queue. Sit over there. Yeah, it looks like the majority actually go in the short queue. Right now it looks like more boards are going in the short queue. So we're gonna have quite a few of them ready to be purchased. And we have another Wi-Fi antenna with that little, oh no, this is the regular pigtails. Oh yeah. This is what I like to see. Very decent connectivity. We're missing a screw. I think so. Yeah, we're missing a screw on the heatsink over here. Plenty of SSDs. Looks like single PCH, but plenty of SSDs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Decent, very decent. What is the socket and what it looks like? Socket is AM5 and the damage is almost minimum. Yeah, we're gonna do the surgery on this one. Well, we'll see. Oh, is that a no surgery for this one? That's a broken pin, right? Over here. I gotta clean my tweezers. This one is yeah, so someone tried to bend it already and it broke. Okay, so that's the socket replacement. That's too bad. Is there an outline? There is an outline. Because the ones without an outline, I was thinking, like, do I even want to bother? I mean, if they're black, maybe, right? But I don't think I want to be doing white boards without an outline, because black marker just doesn't work. Maybe if I use like red or blue, because I also have red and blue, maybe. We'll see. But I'm reluctant to do any boards without an outline that are not black. For some reason, it's super hard to do. Okay, I do not speak Russian, nor can I read Cyrillic. So thank you for commenting, but I have no idea what you're saying. MSI seems best with keeping RAM QVL updated on boards. Most other brands are a bit slow updating list. Okay, good to know. MSI. Good to know. Yeah, you see broken pins? Yeah, I saw that one, but maybe there are more. But yeah, looks like someone tried to bend these into position and the bend was too much of a bend, and the new socket is required. That is fine, that's what we do. All right, watch steady. 8 boards to go. And this one was 26, yeah, so 30, 34, 35 boards. So yeah, it's below 40. Heavy. This one's heavy. Oh yeah. Carbon. Dragon. Oh. 3 buttons on this one, yeah? And this one I like. Looks very decent. Let's see what we have for the socket. Alright, give me something easy. Come on, one bent pin. Thank you. Well, there's more than one bent pin. Well, I'm not sure about this one. And there's, if this was the only damage, yeah. But we got this one, and this one looks more severe. I'm not sure, and it looks like one pin is missing actually. What do you guys think? Can we revive this one, or we need to replace the socket? Yeah, it looks like CPU drop. Yeah. The corner, you can almost see maybe not from your perspective, but when I look at it from this perspective, it looks like I can see the indentation of the corner of the CPU. Not the best. Yeah, I think this one goes to the long queue for a socket replacement. Yeah, too bad, because it's 870. These are pretty good boards. What's the average price of X870s? Because we got a few of these. Are they closer to $100 or closer to $300? Yeah, likely change. Yep. And that's what I'm gonna do on this one. New socket. New socket for you. Dragon depends on a model line. Okay, another graffiti board, and a screw left behind from, looks like a screw from a heatsink or something. Let's see, is there a missing screw over here? I don't see any. Weird. Oh, connectivity, very decent. I mean, no optical output, but plenty of USBs. And looks like graffiti. Why do people do that? What for? A pretty decent layout of heatsinks, small heatsinks. So if this is the replacement, it's gonna be easy. So this is MSI 7E16. AM5 socket. And come on, give me something good here. Give me something good. Oh, looking good so far. Do you see the damage? I see it. And I think this is just going to be 15 minutes of mingling pins. Yeah, you can't really see it that much. Now you can see it. It's a little blurry, but looks like just one pin. Okay, easy peasy. X670. It's a decent one. 3 for PCI Express. yeah, it's relatively light. It's not one of those very heavy ones, but it's decent. Okay, I can buy your software for 6,500. Well, I can say, email me raf@blackhorserepairs.com or blackhorserepairs@gmail.com. It's the same email. And I'll just send you a payment link. You can pay with, you know, whatever you have, right? Card, you can even use Klarna or what have you. and that's how we can do it. No problem. No problem. Or if you need some other form of payment, then yeah, we'll figure something out. Just email me and we'll figure it out. You still use this IRDA station for repair? Yes, I use the same station still. It's not the tool that makes the technician, you know. I think IR6500 is decent, but I was thinking of modding it to put 4 Elstein heaters, because I think that will give me better results, mainly because oftentimes, you know, the socket replacement, everything goes well, right? Socket solders on perfectly, CPU turns on, heats up, but since we are heating only roughly this half of the board, this just kind of starts bending and stuff, and the PCH stops working because it has, you know, like cracked solder or something like that underneath, right? Probably due to, you know, bending. So I think Elstein heaters will give me the ability to reduce that bending a little bit, but I don't know. I do have heaters. I got 8 heaters, so I could do it, but the machine might not handle for heaters, right? The relay might not be rated for that much power, so I will likely have to add another relay. And doing that, I would probably, you know, modify it so the my software can actually control the bottom heater, because right now it doesn't control it, it just, you know, awaits it. Okay, I understand, thank you. I send you email direct. Awesome. I spent the most time choosing the case for my first build this year. Went with a Lancool 217. Between that and Flux and 4000D frame was a tough one. Rainwalker 24C. Well, I honestly I really don't put much thought into the case. And actually, I don't really even put much thought into the actual computer either. I just get what I get, and, you know, I know it's going to work. But now at least I learned that it's better to go with AMD usually. It just works a little bit more stable. But I didn't know that before, so all my rigs are on Intels, and sometimes it's a pain. Okay, so this one goes to short queue. And we have 6 more. no cold airflow near it to heat fully evenly. Yeah, I mean, you need some kind of ventilation, so you don't want to, you don't want to be in a stale closed shop, which would be the best for the board when there's completely no draft, but it's not the best for you. And even if you use my flax, which is non-toxic, fully organic, you still, when you heat up the board, some gunk and stuff is going to be evaporating, and you should have some ventilation in the shop. But if you have ventilation, your temperature is going to be fluctuating, and you can see that depending on the day, depending on the weather, depending on how windy it is. You can see that in my videos that sometimes that red line is fluctuating like crazy, especially on high temperatures, because until it gets to like 110, maybe 100 degrees, 90 degrees, it's relatively stable, right? It grows nicely and it keeps the temperature. But as soon as it goes to like 140, 160, that's where you see that fluctuation, because it's unable to control the temperature. I mean, the best option would be to have the thermocouple permanently attached to the board, like really well. But I've tried many things, and I settled on that gooseneck. It works the best, because both, if you connect it properly, if you bend it the right way, so it firmly touches the board, it's a relatively good connection. Not as good as you would do with the Captain tape, but with the Captain tape, it can disconnect during the procedure from the heat, from the flux and stuff like that, so it's a pain. And once you attach it, it has to stay there throughout the entire procedure. And I like to, once I remove the socket, I like to remove the thermocouple out of my way and have a clear access to the board. And then when I'm ready to resolder the socket, I put the gooseneck again, and that works the best for me. Maybe not the best results, but the most, what do you call it? It's procedure-wise, it's the best results, right? The better results are when you actually glue in the thermocouple, with the Captain tape. Even put some thermal paste on it and stuff like that, so it always has very good contact with the board, regardless of how the board is flexing. The gooseneck is attached to the frame, not the board. So if the board flexes, it slightly goes down, then the thermocouple starts detaching. And when it's just a little close to the board without touching the board, or just gently touches the board, the temperature is going to be fluctuating like crazy. So, all right, what is this one? Oh, 670E, another black and white board. Looking good. Oh, very nice connectivity. It's got everything you want. Everything you could possibly want. And the release button feels kind of nice. Looks like single PCH. Yeah. Let's see the socket. Let's see, are you gonna be the short Q or long Q? Oh, looks like it's gonna be a short Q. Yeah. Again, just one pin over there. It kind of looks like there's a little indentation over there. Yeah. So, yeah, not the best. Yeah, you see better under this angle. There. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's also a matter of what it looks like, right? Because if you're selling the board, you're gonna take a picture of the socket, right? High resolution picture, and if it kind of looks a little off, then probably no one will want it. Because you say that it works, but how did you test it? Is it gonna have subtle issues? It might. Play and pray. Do all boards have the same issue? No, not all of them, but the majority. Yeah, pretty much all of these boards are here for a socket replacement. But the ones that have minimum damage, I wanna just fix without replacing the socket. And those that have severe socket damage, I'll replace the socket. But do they all have only the socket issue? We don't know. And some of them smell like burnt. So probably have some power delivery issues. We'll see. We're gonna go through them one by one, and fix them. Or the ones that we can. But yeah, the majority just have socket issues and most likely nothing else wrong with them. But we don't know that. Actually, the white one, the X870, only has the RAM issue. The RAM slot needs to be replaced. So I guess the answer is no, but the majority of them have the same issue. Yeah, some are circuit issues or scraped resistors. Yeah, I guess so. So what did we settle on this one? Short queue or long queue? Shall we test it? Because maybe we just can test it and see if it works. Which I don't like to do, because then it definitely is, if I replace the socket and it doesn't work afterwards. If I didn't test it before, I didn't know if it works, I can always blame that, it didn't work before. But if I test it and I confirm that it worked before the socket replacement, then definitely either the socket replacement wasn't successful or the board flexing, bending caused issues. Let's see, it looks like short with a lot of pin work. As many pins and pre-test. Okay. Seems like doing a mirror of the CPU contacts on the board, but filled raised contacts would solve the extremely fragile pin issue. I mean, typically, when I get boards for socket replacements, I do the socket replacement either way, right? Even if there is only one pin slightly bent or something like that. And the reason for that is that, you send the board for socket replacement and it's a, like $50 service. And it doesn't come like with testing or anything like that. It just, I get the board, I remove the old socket, I put the new socket on, I confirm visually that everything looks good, cleaning, drying, and back to the customer, right? And ship it back. But with these, I just want to get a lot of them working, and for that reason, if I don't have to replace the entire socket and I can just bend the pin into position and stuff like that, then I prefer doing that and get the board working rather than, you know, risking the board not working, because stuff can happen when you replace the socket, and it's not quite predictable what can actually happen. Okay, short cue it is then. We'll test it. Hey brother, I commented yesterday on one of your videos. Can you tell me how high the success rate is in doing this? I can only estimate, because not everybody will report back. So I don't know, last 10 boards that I did, I had couple people that said that it didn't work. So 80% success rate, but despite, you know, those people who didn't report back to me whether it worked or not, maybe it didn't work and they just tossed it, you know, in the trash. I don't know, so I only have estimates. Maybe up to 80%. I wouldn't think that the success rate would be higher than 80%. And in some cases, you know, because very rarely I get the case where the board worked and everything was fine, and then, you know, the CPU dropped on the socket or something like that, and it stopped working, right? So only the socket is the problem. Then we're dealing with shipments. So the board is shipped via, you know, whatever courier, and sometimes it is packed properly, sometimes it is not. So by the time it gets to me, sometimes it already doesn't work, right? So because it suffered in the shipping, and vice versa. You know, I replace the socket again. I don't test, so we just replace the socket and ship it back. And then during shipping, it suffers, and then it arrives to the customer and it doesn't work. The one we're gonna take a look at one that is coming. We're gonna do on a Sunday repair session. The socket replacement was successful. The CPU is warming up. The CPU check passes. Everything's fine, but the board doesn't work. And I suspect that it just suffered damage in the shipping, because I remember that board, it was not packed properly. I even said that in the video, that this might not work because of that already, right? Before I even started working on it. So there's too many too many points of failure there, right? Too many environmental factors to determine whether my success rate is 80% or 90% or 20%, right? That's why the listing comes with no guarantees regarding whether it's going to work, and and that's why it's so cheap. My B60 Tai Chi light had one broken ground pin. Usually it will work without one ground pin, but it might have subtle issues. And now it has 3 after I gave up messing with it. I got it for $30 shipped, so not a total loss. Using Wi-Fi card out of it. Yeah, you can reuse some parts. I would hope to just get the board running. Who cares about the socket? Yeah, replaced versus not. Yes, that's what I'm thinking. Let's get as many actually working as possible. Here we have nice connectivity. This is X870 Pro RS Wi-Fi. I think this is the second one from ASRock. Now let us see if the socket is savable or it is not. Oh, no. This is not savable. It doesn't look bad from your perspective, but from my perspective, the big drop was over here. That's where the CPU dropped. And then there's another one here, 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 and here. So, and there's a little mangling over there as well. So yeah, this is definitely replacement. This is the white board and doesn't have the outline. If it doesn't have the outline, then I'm not doing that. Yeah, it does have an outline. You see that? It's very subtle. Yeah, but it's a nice outline. Okay. Yeah, so we'll do this one. Because yeah, with whiteboards and no outline, no thank you. Unless I find something, some good marker that I can use for these. Okay, so this one goes in the long queue. Oh, and you got a little sticker that you can do, that you can place on the computer. This is on the, oh, maybe it's plastic, but I thought it was aluminum because it's kind of shiny. Like it's a piece of aluminum and you stick it on the computer, I guess. There. Okay, 4 more boards. We're almost done. B650 MOG. What do we have? Thanks for the clarification, Nat. If also if you are looking to replace the sockets and resell them yourself, Amazon has a lot of broken boards they get rid of because of bent pins for less than 20 bucks. Oh, really? Can you like send me a link or something? For 20 bucks, I would get a board, because normally when I search, or I used to search the eBay for those, they would rarely be below 100 bucks. Because everybody's looking at, you know, when that board is working and it's new and stuff, it's $800, $900. So I want 400 bucks for it. But no, that doesn't work that way. If you get 10%, in my view, if you get 10% of the value of working device for the broken device, that's on the verge of being fair. It should actually be even lower. But people have weird ideas about pricing. The sockets I get from AliExpress. Oh, this is a nice one. I like this one. connectivity, single PCH, 3 slots for SSDs, so decent. The socket is AM5. I don't know how some can resolder individual pins. Even if I had the equipment, my hands wouldn't be steady enough for that tight of a spot. Rainwalker. I've seen people doing the single pin replacements, even what's his name? I mean, I remember his name, but don't remember his channel name. DIY Repair Hour. He recently sent me a picture of restored pin, but he soldered on not the pin to the board, because I've seen people doing that, but a pin, it had a little bit of base, and to that base he soldered on the tip of the pin, and it worked. I've seen people just desoldering single pins off the board, but I've seen it. I didn't see if it worked, and there was a significant melting to the socket. So I don't think you can do it with hot air alone. Not really. If you have a good preheater, you can probably get it done, but it's going to be tough to not melt the socket. So I would suggest not doing that. Just replace the whole socket. I bought 30 boards for around 900 euro. Around 2/3 are with bent pins, or 2/3 are with bent pins. 1/3 are total and cannot be bent back. 1/3 can be saved. I didn't get them directly from Amazon, but the seller I got them from does, and he surely made some profit from me too. So yeah, he made some profit from me too, so that's why I'm claiming 20 bucks, and I'm sure that number is maybe even lower. Well, 20 bucks again, I wouldn't mind. I would buy some, especially if I can test them, but I could, you know, but I'm not sure. I need to find a way to make some money first, I guess. Or a little safer investments, maybe. I don't know. Not bad. Socket is not bad. It looks like just one pin. Oh, not just one pin. So looks like here a little bit and here a little bit in that area. But it should be fine. Yeah, we don't need to replace this one, so it's going to the short queue. Good. Lucky 30. R0 33. Not bad. Not bad. It's a decent board. Nothing to write home about, but this is MSI. This is a 7D75. Okay, short queue here, and I need to start making a second pile because this one is gonna collapse. I'm actually gonna do it right now. Okay, 3 more to go, and we're done. X70, I mean X870, good stuff. What do we have here? Oh yeah, okay, so I already read that. Oh yeah, 870s are decent, and it's pretty hefty, pretty heavy as well. Not bad connectivity, very decent. Decent amount of USBs. I usually look at the USB availability because I have to connect a lot of stuff to my computer. All kinds of microscopes, programmers, and stuff like that. So I need a lot of USBs. Okay, is that a broken pin or bent pin? Hard to say from this perspective. But I think I'm gonna put it in short queue, because I'm pretty sure, well, we'll see. If we can always bump it back to the long queue. X870E Aorus Elite Wi-Fi 17. Good stuff. Very decent. Forgot the number. It's R031. Okay, I'll do the short queue on this one. Two more. Let's see, another Aorus Elite 17, Wi-Fi 17, but this one's ice. It's pretty much the same as the other one. Slightly different configuration, slightly different I/O. It's got optical output. Smells like burnt. Yeah, something is burnt on it. So this will be, let's see, maybe socket is okay on it, and it just suffers from some power issues. Yeah, so pretty much the same board. Same layout as the other one, only color is different and the connectivity is slightly different. Oh, yeah. I don't even need to open this. Is there an outline? There is no outline. Whiteboard with no outline. So I have a special queue for those. It's called the trash. Yeah. This one is trash. I mean, we'll see what I can do with it, but I don't know. Whiteboard, no outline. I don't want to do that. Just not worth the effort, because the probability of success is minimum. It's already a risky procedure. A lot of stuff can go wrong, and if you pile up issues like this, you know, no outlines and not adequate color, it's even worse. Too bad, because it's visually it's very nice, but okay, and the last one, and we're finally done. What do we have in the Z chat? Rainwalker, I have heard something about some companies might not offer Zen 6 support for B650s. Something to do with BIOS size, I think. Zen 6, you mean the CPUs? Okay, yeah. But also, right, it's probably also not even the support, the BIOS support, but the physical board cannot support something, you know. And, the CPUs, who knows. Oh, this one's nice. Ooh, looks fancy. X870P Pro Wi-Fi. Very nice one. Looks like single PCH. Yeah. No heatsinks. Well, one heatsink on the SSD, but no heatsinks. 1, 2. Oh, so just 3 SSDs. Just as well. Connectivity. It's okay, I guess. The socket looks IM5. Oh, not bad. Looks like a little mingling. Oh, is that a broken pin? I think it's a broken pin. Too bad. But I'll look at it again once I put it in the short queue. Pro Series. It is actually not too bad. Looks decent, and it's got 4 PCI Express full size, right? Well, not the, you know what I mean. Full size socket, full size slot. It's DDR5 as well, right? Yeah, this one could be. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, and I didn't see. Well, it is black, but does it have an outline? I forgot to check. It does have an outline. Okay. Perfecto. Okay, so that's 33. I think I forgot to put like couple stickers throughout the process. So it's closer to 35 maybe boards, maybe 36. So I overestimated a bit with 40. Okay, and that's short queue. Oh, okay. That took a little while, but it had to be done. Now, Rainwalker, see you, man. Thanks for joining. You're just in time because we just finished going through the boards. So it appears that we have About 19 boards pretty much ready to go. So that's what we're gonna start working on. But I'm not gonna do it today, obviously, because it's kind of late. I'm kind of tired, and yeah. So yeah, I'm not gonna start today, but we'll probably do the first one. We'll do on the stream tomorrow, maybe, and we'll see how that goes. And maybe, yeah, I'll look into getting some DDR5s so we can test some of these. At least see what's up, and maybe I'll start specializing in motherboards now. We'll see. In this business, you always have to learn new stuff, because you know, stuff goes away. Alrighty, fellas, let's end here. I think this was a successful stream. Looks like we got 214 views, so not bad. Probably my record. Alrighty, thank you guys very much for joining me. I do appreciate you, and I shall see you guys tomorrow on another stream. How about that? We're gonna do some boards.